She said she got a job in Seattle and needed to go alone. So I threw her a farewell party, then handed her a U-Haul receipt in front of everyone. That's when her fake loyalty test blew up. I had always believed that love was built on trust, on steady foundations formed through everyday moments, the late-night conversations, the quiet support during hard times, the shared laughter in ordinary spaces. For 3 years, that's what I thought I had with Lacey. I'm 28, living in Ohio, working in IT with a comfortable job, a decent apartment, and until just a couple months ago, a relationship I thought was built to last. Lacey, 26, a nurse at a local hospital, was my partner in every sense of the word, or so I thought. We had moved in together nearly 2 years ago. We had talked about marriage, names for our future kids, even the colors for a backyard wedding someday. I wasn't just committed, I was all in. But then, almost subtly, things started to change. Not with fireworks or fights, but in the small, almost invisible ways that only someone paying close attention would notice. She was still there physically, sitting beside me on the couch, laughing at the same sitcoms, drinking morning coffee from the mug I got her for our anniversary. But something about her presence felt hollow. Her laughter was less genuine. Her gaze often drifted to her phone, fingers flying across the screen with messages meant for eyes other than mine. When I asked if she was okay, she brushed it off with a tired smile and a vague, "Work's just been crazy, short-staffed, long hours, you know?" And I did know. Nursing was grueling, so I gave her space. I didn't push. I trusted that whatever it was, she'd share it when she was ready. Then one evening, without warning, she walked in, kicked off her shoes, and said, almost casually, "I got a job offer in Seattle." I froze. "Wait, what?" She nodded like it was the most normal thing in the world. "Big hospital out there. Great pay, benefits, a huge step up. And I think I need to take it." Then came the word that shifted the ground beneath me. Alone. That word cut through me like a blade. I didn't yell. Didn't even flinch. I asked when she planned to leave. She looked almost disappointed. "You're not mad." I shook my head slowly. "I'm sad," I said. "But I'd never stand in the way of something that could change your life." She gave a half smile, then mumbled something about needing to finalize her relocation package with HR. But that was the first crack in the story. Over the next few days, more cracks began to show. She claimed to have received an offer letter, but wouldn't show it. Said she was waiting on follow-up calls, but couldn't name the recruiter. The details got murky. The timeline kept shifting. My gut screamed that something was off, but I had no proof. Until Courtney came over. Courtney, her best friend since college, the one who never knew how to keep her mouth shut after a couple drinks. Let it slip one night as we were sitting around the living room. She was scrolling through her phone, laughing about something she saw online, and said, "This is just like that loyalty test Lacey was talking about." My heart stopped. "Loyalty test?" Courtney froze, eyes widening. "Oh, she didn't tell you?" Nope, she definitely hadn't. Turns out Lacey had seen a video, some influencer pushing a relationship hack, where you pretend to break up or move away to see if your partner will fight for you. If they beg you to stay, it means they care. If they let you go quietly, well, they were never truly invested. It was the kind of manipulative nonsense that belongs in high school hallways, not in adult relationships. And yet, that's exactly what she'd done. There was no job offer, no HR call, no future in Seattle. Just a test, a lie, a game. I didn't react. Not to Courtney. I thanked her for the chat, walked her out politely, and closed the door behind her with my mind already racing. I could have blown up right then. Could have confronted Lacey, demanded answers, slammed doors, packed bags. But I didn't want catharsis. I wanted clarity. She wanted a performance? Fine. I give her one. She wanted me to play along? Let's see how far she was willing to take this. The next morning, over coffee, I looked her in the eyes and said, "You know what? You're right. Seattle's a great opportunity. I'm proud of you." Her smile twitched with something I couldn't quite read. Surprise? Guilt? She tilted her head. "You're really okay with it?" I nodded. "Absolutely. You deserve this." Then I got to work. I rented a U-Haul, bought cardboard boxes, bubble wrap, Sharpies, tape. I made a handwritten moving checklist titled Lacey's Big Move and dropped it all off in the living room. She said nothing, just stared at it with a pale expression that she quickly masked. Then I took it a step further. I created a Facebook event, Lacey's Goodbye Dinner, wishing her luck in Seattle. I invited everyone she loved, her coworkers, her college friends, even her mom. I reserved a private room at her favorite restaurant and ordered a customized cake that read, "Good luck in Seattle, Lacey." She was visibly unraveling by then, asking me if I thought she was leaving too fast, if I thought it would be hard on us. I kept nodding, kept smiling, kept playing my part. "We'll figure it out," I told her. "You're doing the right thing." The day before the dinner, I handed her an envelope. Inside was the U-Haul reservation confirmation. "Truck's ready for pickup Saturday morning," I said. "Figured I'd save you the trouble." Her eyes widened. Her jaw slackened for a moment before she managed to whisper, "Thanks, that's really sweet of you." Then came Friday night. She dressed in a black dress that clung to her like a confession. She was nervous, quiet, uneasy, but still she didn't come clean. She let it play out, let the lie continue. And so, I let it play too. Everyone arrived, her mom with a bouquet of flowers, her coworkers with goodbye cards, her old college roommate with a scrapbook of memories. Even her cousin drove 2 towns over to say farewell. The room was buzzing with love and celebration. Halfway through dinner, I stood up with a glass in hand and made a toast. "Lacey," I said, voice steady. 3 years together has taught me that love isn't about holding on. It's about letting go when it means growth. I'm so proud of you. Seattle's gaining a star, and your patients are lucky to have you." The room erupted in applause. Her mom cried. Someone recorded the whole thing. And Lacey, she sat there frozen, her smile stretched too tight, her eyes flicking desperately from face to face. Before she could speak, I pulled her close and whispered, "Don't cry now, babe. You're being brave." Then I handed her the envelope again, this time in front of everyone. "Just wanted to make sure you didn't forget. Truck's reserved for 9 a.m. tomorrow." That was it. The final push. She stood up abruptly, chair scraping loud against the floor. "It was a test," she practically screamed. "I'm not going anywhere." The room fell into a silence so dense it felt tangible. Her mother's mouth hung open. "What do you mean a test?" Courtney looked like she'd been hit by a train. Lacey tried to explain, voice cracking. "I saw a video. It said if a guy really loves you, he'll fight for you. I just wanted to see." Her cousin jumped in. "So there's no job?"
No, Seattle.
Lacey nodded, ashamed. "It was all fake." That was my cue. I stood up slowly. "Lacey," I said, "love doesn't work like that. You don't lie to someone you love just to watch them squirm. You don't test commitment by playing mind games. That's not love. That's control." I turned to the room. "Just so everyone knows, there is no job, no move,
No promotion.
This was all just a test to see if I'd beg her to stay." The awkwardness was palpable. Her coworkers looked at the cake like it might explode. Her mom sat down wordlessly. Courtney couldn't even meet my eyes. I thanked the staff, quietly paid for the entire tab, and left without looking back. That night, I grabbed a duffel bag and headed to my brother's place. He handed me a beer, said nothing, just pointed to the guest room. She blew up my phone for days after. "I didn't think you'd go through with it. You made me look crazy. You were supposed to fight for me."
No apology.
Just a pity party about how she looked. I didn't respond. Eventually, I blocked her. But before I went offline, I posted one final update on the Facebook event page. Turns out the only position Lacey got hired for was emotional manipulation. Unfortunately, that department's been shut down. No references given. Some thought I was petty. Some messaged me privately to say they were stunned. But I didn't start the public show. I just finished it. She wanted a performance. I gave her a curtain call. And if anyone else has ever been put through a fake loyalty test like that, just know this, you're not crazy. You're not cold for walking away. You're just done playing a game you never signed up for. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this if you've ever been tested when all you did was love genuinely.